And we'll first bow in. So, onegaishimasu. Good. Okay, so I want to do some taburi work and go into some kumitachi work afterwards. So let's just start with a small warming up. So you just grab the can like this, yeah, and just first, what you're gonna do is just swing the right leg. You're just warming up the hip joint. Make sure your core is stable, and you just swing. Yeah? So you just swing. Don't worry about the range of motion. As long as you don't do this with your core, just this. And then change. Try to keep the balance as good as you can. You might notice that one side is better than the other. And you just change in your own pace. So do a couple on the right, a couple on the left, and then change. Yes, just in your own tempo. Try this. That's good. Okay, now swinging from the inside to the outside. So now you're going in front to the inside to the outside. Yeah, so just in and out. In and out. Yeah, try this in your own tempo. Just warming up the hip muscles and the joint. Yeah. See if your range of motion increases after doing this a couple of times. And you can use the sword as counterweight, of course. That's it. Very good. Very good. Okay, then going into a rotation, just rotating, keeping the leg active. Yeah. So just rotating, and really feel that you lift. That when you lift, your knee is facing forward. You go to the side in an angle of 90 degrees before you drop down. Yeah. So you lift, you turn, you drop. Lift, turn, drop. Yeah. Make sure your core remains stable. Make sure you keep breathing while doing this. Yeah, very good. Okay, let's move on to the pelvis now. So now you just hold the sword, you just tuck in, so you make your back more round, and then you extend it out. So you make this motion with your pelvis, just in and out. Yeah. Really focus on the breathing also when you do this. So when you stretch out, breathe in, and when you make tension in your abdominal muscles, you breathe out. So in, out, and then you can combine it with a sword motion, stretching up, in, going down, breathing out. So also feel what this does with your knees. So if you stretch out your spine and it becomes with a lordosis, like a hollow spine, then actually you feel that your knees are also stretching. When you make tension in your abdominal muscles, you also feel that your knees are opening up a bit. So really find the connection between the spine, the pelvis, and the knees, and also the arms. And then also combine it with the breathing. So when you go up, stretch out, breathe in. When you go down, tense up those abdominal muscles and breathe out. Really in a nice coordinated motion. Doesn't have to be quick. Yeah, try this in your own pace. So really feel the connection through your whole body when you do this. So it starts in the spine and moves out to the knees, to the arms, pelvis. That's where you start from. Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, so now we're gonna extend it with some other motions. So now you're gonna stretch up, and then you're gonna open your right foot. Yeah, you're gonna tilt to the right. I'm doing it to the left because I'm showing it. Then opening up and really opening up the rib cage on the side, and then changing. So opening up the other foot, and then dropping down. Keep looking forward, having the sense of opening up the rib cage, the muscles on the side. Do this at your own pace. Just keep moving. You hold the stretch for some seconds or as long as it's comfortable for you. And also remember to keep breathing when you do this. Really have the feeling of stretching out, making yourself long. Make sure you're not turning when you do this, because that's not so good for the spine. So just a sideward motion, that's it. That's good, Adrian. That's it. Be careful with this. Don't overdo it. Very good. Okay, so now turning. So you hold it. Yeah. You just turn, keeping your feet on the ground. So the whole rotation comes from the spine, just turning around. And also keep moving, but keep breathing also, so you don't get dizzy when you do this. And also try to bend the knees a little bit. Just go until the place that's comfortable for you, so don't overdo it. Yeah, very good. So now we're gonna move on to the last part. So now you just hold the sword and you just circle the shoulders. So just an upward motion, backwards and down. So up, backward and down. And on the backward motion, really feel that your shoulder blades are moving towards each other. So really opening up the chest when you do this. So you really want to have the sense of doing this. This. So you want to breathe in when you bring those shoulder blades together, and out when you drop. And if you have the motion, try to do it in a fluid motion. Also, don't do it too hard. Just feel that you're opening up the shoulders. And feel that you have an upper part of the shoulders and a more downward part. When you're pulling down, that's where you want to have the focus when you do this motion. So you want to focus on the downward motion when you're dropping down the armpits. That's very really important in Aikido, what we do. Okay, very good. So let's move into Suburi now. So we're gonna just start with the first Suburi, just having a good kamae and just building up the kamae, having a firm posture. Yeah. From there, slowly moving into the first Suburi. Do this in your own tempo. Just feel that you're moving slowly. Focus on all the body parts that we've just warmed up. You just do a slow motion cut. Onegaishimasu. Hij ligt gewoon bij de dingen daar. Okay, so one point about this. So when you do the cut, you really feel that when you finish, yeah, there is a sense of something going out. So you drop into the ground, so the weight is dropping down, and the energy is transmitted to the sword outward. So there is a sense of having this. It really goes out. And really feel that you're stable at the end. So when you do the cut, feel that you're here in this place. So just for a couple of times, check yourself afterwards. So feel especially that the back is strong. So you don't want to have the sense of doing this, you know, moving forward or pulling up the shoulders. So the exercise we just did was really pushing the shoulder blades down together. Feel that that element is still present. So the back is strong. It's a sense of this, having a strong posture, but not moving forward or up. This translates to the cut being really well organized and also having the energy going out, which also makes the sword wobbly a bit at the end. So this, boom, there, that's where you want to be. Yeah, Andreas, a couple more times. The whole body is involved. So as we just did with the motion with the pelvis, the whole body is involved. Everything moving together. Everything is organized from the center. That's it. Very good. Okay, very nice. Okay, so let's move to the fifth Suburi now. We're going to do it on the spot, and this motion is a bit more rounded than the first Suburi. So you're going to step in, yeah, and then cut. Step in and cut. So you step in, you cut, and you move back with the other foot. This feeling. This feeling. So now the hips open up way more. So we work in this domain, yeah, there. So in front of us. Now we're going to be more in this domain. So this. Really having the sense of moving from the back. There. The whole body is involved. So really move in a chain, starting from the back foot. This. So it really starts from the ground and it translates into the sword. Yeah, Onegaishimasu. Oh no, Suburi. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay, so when you're more senior, try to do it in a bit more fluid motion. So you finish, you move back from the ground. So you settle and you move in again. You settle and you move in again. This feeling. So you're not doing this because this is too shallow, but really dropping down, up from the ground, down, up from the ground. This. So every cut feeds off each other. All the cuts feed off each other. Yeah? Onegaishimasu. Nice. Okay, so one remark about this. Really feel that you're not doing this. So it's not this. So I'm not just moving the sword down and then up. There's really a sense of dropping into the ground before I get up again. So really feel that you're doing this. This. So there's a 𝒂𝒂𝒕 at the end. Focus at the end before you move back. Focus back. Focus back. Focus back. The whole body is involved. Boom. But don't do this. Because now my hips are not involved anymore. Yeah? Doom. This. There. Yeah, a couple more. Really have this bouncy feeling into, through your whole body. Bouncy feeling to translate into the cut. Okay. That's it, Bernie. That's better. Very good. That's how you want. So, way better. Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's move to number 7. So we're gonna do that in a different fashion than the original form of the 7th Suburi. So you're gonna look at Zengo Giri, and then you're gonna add the thrust. So you're there, turning around, cutting, E. So cut, E. Really having the sense of keeping the spine straight and coiling around the hip. There, this. Each knee. So all the things we looked at during the warming up are now back and are now coming back. Your core needs to be stable when you do this motion. Yeah? So you want to have the sense of doing this. Yeah? Instead of this. Yeah? So losing the balance forward. So really feel that you're moving around this. Each knee. So I'm constantly stable and in the ground. Each knee. There. Each knee. Each. Yeah? Yes. So don't lose your balance moving forward. Really open up the hip when you do the thrust. Really feel like you're in a different position. So you're not in a striking position. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do an exercise with this, which which is a bit tricky, but it helps you to find the right way to do this. So what's happening with some of you is this. So you do the strike, and then you do the thrust and the step at the same time. But what you're doing actually, when you do that, you take the power out of the thrust, because there's no focus anymore. When there's impact, you're moving. So you want to have a stable feeling when you do the thrust. So you want to have the sense of doing this before you step. So try this now. So you strike, yeah, you move in, and then you pick up the leg before you settle. So you strike, you thrust, and then you pick up the leg, and then you settle. So there's really a sense of doing this, this, this. But really have the sense of being in control with the spine. Your spine needs to be straight. And you need to control the leg when you do this. 1, 2, 3. Really this feeling. Each. Knee. Thumb. So strike. Ski. The leg is still on the ground. You pick it up and then you settle. So this is just an exercise to gain more control. Each. This. Yeah, try this. Onegaishimasu. So really feel that the spine is straight, the hips are turning, and you are able to pick up the leg in the midst of the movement, which means that you have control. This is tricky. So if you feel that you're forward too much, then you can't pick up the leg. That's actually the exercise. Well, what do you need to do to pick up the leg? Okay, so now return to the normal cut and feel if there's a difference in what you experience. So if your spine is more stable, for instance, if you have more control, see what has changed. That's nice, Michael. Okay, very good. So now the last thing is to do the same motion, but also go into it a bit more with more fluidity. So the thing is, you drop down in the ground when you do the cut. You move out of the ground when you do the thrust. So now feel that you can also feed the thrust from the cut. So now you're here, do the cut, and then you do the strike. The cut, the thrust. So when you finish, you go to the next move. So you finish to the next move. you finish, and you go to the next move. So each knee, this, each knee, there, each. So moving straight to the thrust after the cut. There, yeah? Bit more tricky. Please try. Onegaishimasu. Yeah. Okay. Really keep all the elements present. So the focus in the strike and the focus in the thrust. So don't cheat. Really focus before you go to the next motion. Okay. Really moving into the ground when you do this, into the ground with the strike, out of the ground with the next move, and then finishing in the ground again with the thrust. That's very nice, Keith. That's good. Yeah, it's very nice. Okay, good. So for the last minutes, just combine all the motions freely now. So you can focus on the 3 saburi we did. So we did the shomanuchi, the first saburi, we did the 5th saburi, and the 7th saburi. So now mix them up, or if you're more senior, do whatever you want. So you just focus on, yeah, the spine being stable. Whatever move you make, really focus on moving slowly and having the sense of being in control. So what we've just been practicing, really the sense of moving as one thing. So you're not in a rush, you're just playing around the sword, just in the sense of being in control when you do this. Yeah? Onegaishimasu. Onegaishimasu. Okay, very good. So for the last minutes, just take some time to stretch out again. So we've been focusing on really keeping the spine stable, having a control over the shoulder and the shoulder blades, and really starting from the ground. So that was the focus of this class. So what happens a lot when we practice swords, we have the sense of going forward often because we hold the sword in front of us. Yeah. So the emphasis when you do this strikes is really to have the sense of having the whole back. So really feeling that you move here, but don't go forward too much. Yeah. Especially also on number 7 when you do this, for instance, really feel that you're coiling around it. So you still have a straight spine. Okay, so now for the last minutes, just really feel the back. So you stretch up. And really and turn around. And feel that you're opening up the back again. Up to the side. On both sides. Very good. Okay. And roll the shoulders again. And shake the body. So we're getting ready for the next class. Okay, so before we continue to the next class, are there any questions about the first class?
Paul?
Yes.
I have a general question. When we do any turn, like 180 degrees, do we always have to cut shomenuchi?
Yeah, basically that's what I learned from Lewis. Yeah. That's good.
And what was the reason?
Sorry?
And what was the reason?
Reason?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, is it like technically not possible or technically not effective or what?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think when you turn, it's more convenient to end up in that position. It's more logical to end up completely on the center line in your center. So I think it's not like like a really fixed thing. It's not like it's something that we just do. And if you're more advanced, then you can also turn around and end up in yokomen. But it's more logical to just turn around and have the sword in front of you.
Okay.
So yeah,
Thank you.
That's a good question, and I think because it's a really specific question, I think it's also good to ask it to Lewis maybe because
I will.
It's very, very good.
I'm close to the source. It just came to me. Yeah.
No, but it's good. But I expect that you will give the same answer. Like, okay, so this is not something that is rock solid. So you need to focus. You need to end up in a showing position. I don't think that that's the case at all. But it's just more logical to start from that place again when you turn around.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for the class.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are there any other questions?
Nee, dankjewel Paul.
Graag gedaan, Marcel. Leuk dat je er bent. Okay, so Sascha, I think you are next.
Yes.
So we will start in 3 minutes, or do you want to start straight away?
Straight away.
Straight away, very good. Okay, so I will spotlight you then.
Great. I can spotlight myself too, if that's more convenient for you.
Yeah, that's maybe a good plan. If you can do that, because I'm working with a cell phone.
Yeah, no worries.
Great, thanks.
So we just continue. We don't need to bow because we bow out at the end. Okay. So grab a jaw. We'll take a jaw. So Paul completely destroyed my plans because I wanted to take the Wokken too. But anyways, so we start simply with a with the first Suburi, Chokotsuki, okay? From this position, take some time, and also here, feel your back and feel your stability and your balance. Take your time, don't be too fast. Also in the end, after the focus, take some time in the Hanmi. Hey!
Oh,
Okay, onegaishimasu.
pass.
Hey! Oh. Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
oh,
Oh.
oh,
Hey! Oh.
oh.
Hey! And also change sides. So go on both sides for the Chokotsuki. Left and right. Hey!
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Hey!
oh,
Ah.
oh.
Hey! Oh. 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 And also here, when you do the Chokotsuki, feel where your balance is. So recognize if your focus is too much to the front, or recognize if your focus is too much to the back. So try to recognize how your body moves and how your end position looks like and feels like. So you need to feel comfortable, like when you have a pendulum attached to your spine, and see where it points to. So if you are leaning forward, it will point forward. If you are leaning backward, it will point backwards. So try to feel that pendulum inside your body. Whoa! And try to feel that it points directly at the center. So no tendons to the front and the back. Okay? A few more. Onegaishimasu. Whoa! Yeah. Hey. Whoa. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Oh. Okay, and also see it as a whole body movement. So what I mean is try to connect the part or the time where you grab the jaw with the other hand. Try to connect that with sinking down and moving forward. So if you disconnect the movements, it would be like grab, sink down, swing, thrust. Yeah? So grab, sink down, thrust. Try to connect that as a whole body movement. So when I have a new student and I teach him 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒖, I teach him like this. You go forward. So the first thing he learns or she learns is this. So simply just going forward, nothing else. This. And I mean, you all know and you practice for years, so you don't need to practice this anymore. But the next step would be swing. So just grab and slide to the back of the jaw and then swing. And then the final step is connecting these things all together to a 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒖. So everything is moving forward, like shifting your body through space forward. Okay? Onegaishimasu. Both sides. Yeah. Yay. Yeah. Yay. Yeah. Yay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, great. Yeah, so imagine you are inside a pool and you want to shift the water in front and in the back of you also while you are moving. So this is the feeling, like shifting your body. Yes, very nice. Yeah. Okay, So we move on to the fifth Tsuburī, so Tsuki Jodan Geshi Uchi. Is it number 5, right? Somebody say yes? Yes. Or is it number 4? 5? Okay, great. But we do it from Jokamai, so from this position. So have the same sense of moving forward. Whoa. And now as an intermediate step, we go to this position. So we draw back our front leg, turn around, whoa, and perform the higher geshi. So on the line, hey. Oh. And I think this is one of the key positions here. So really try to hang yourself underneath the jaw. When you are here, initiate from the hips. Initiate from the hips and then move forward. So don't initiate from the arms that follow, but initiate here, here. Yeah. And then go for the higher geshi. So we start in Jokamai. Hey. Oh. And go back. And also, I tend to have a very small stand here. So I tend to be very close together and I try to work that out. So also here, try to feel stable after the higher geshi. It should not look like this. It looks sometimes when I perform it. So try to correct yourself to a very stable Hanmi position after your higher geshi. Hey. Oh. Okay. Onegaishimasu. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Ah. And also here, if you like, you can try the other side. So do it on the right side. Hey. Yeah. It feels strange. Ah. Hey. But it should not. Ah. Hey.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and if you do it on the right side, also change hands. So do it completely opposite. So it's not Gyaku Yokomen, you change your hands. That's why I said it feels strange. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Strange, huh? Yeah, but I think it's a good practice. You know, it's just coordination. I mean, we are so, how to say, so trained to do it on one side. And I think it's good to change sometimes and to practice this also. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Adrian, nice.
Now on the other side.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, good, good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I really think the key thing in this Hayagaeshi is to really start and initiate from the hips. So that's why we take this kind of practice where we go to this intermediate position here. So I mean, in the end, in the kata, or if we do it in a fluid form, this position does not, I mean, it exists, but for just a very short time. Okay, so we can practice from here. We can take our time and really try to use that momentum where we initiate from the hip and where we also sink down. So it's not just a turn and keeping that level, but it's also sinking down and then coming forward. So really try to feel that it's from the top. I mean, you hang below the jaw, and it's from here down. So it's a movement like, it's like a yokomen. I mean, actually it is yokomenuchi, yeah. So imagine you are here and you sink down and cut through. So here below the jaw, and then initiate from here, yeah, and cut through. And in the end, it's yokomenuchi. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, a few more. Onegaishimasu. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now we change the footwork a bit. So now we don't
Pull back our front foot, but we go directly to the Hayagaeshi. So now this intermediate position is very short. So you thrust, and from here, go directly to the Hayagaeshi on the spot. And have the feeling that, I mean, now you need to initiate from the back leg, right? So when you are here, you initiate from here. Okay. Don't fall into initiating from here, so lifting the arms up, but try to initiate also from here. This one. Okay. So now it's more direct on the spot. Okay. You can do it on the spot. Yeah, let's do it on the spot, like here. And now you change on me. So you stay on the spot. Okay, and have the feeling of initiation from the hip. Okay. Okay. Hi. Onegaishimasu.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Oh. Hey.
Yeah, nice, Dila. Very good. Yes, now cool, that's it.
Okay, so now we use that feeling that Paul mentioned and showed us. After the focus, you use the force and the momentum of the focus to drive the movement. So now try to use that focus of the forward thrust to initiate the Hayagashi. So, hey. So the thing is, don't focus too much to the front because otherwise you are lost and you are, falling apart. But use that focus to drive that motion. Usa, sorry. So from here, hey, yeah, like this. So you go more fluid. Hey, yeah. But don't lose yourself in like this. Yeah, this is empty. It's just replaying the movement. Yeah, but try to use the focus of the thrust to drive your Hayagashi. So from here, hey, okay. Hi, onegaishimasu. Yeah. Hey. 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 Yeah. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey.
So for me, this feels like, you know, compressing a spring. So when you go to the tsuki, you compress a spring and use that force to initiate the hayagashi. But the thing is, if you compress too much and if you focus too much to the front, so you are, you know, having much weight on your front leg. I mean, then it's easy to lift the back leg, but your focus is way too much to the front. And you can realize this if you change your footwork once in a while. So sometimes go with a to the front, so with a change on the spot, so like we did here, and then once in a while go back like this, so as we did before this position, and then come to the front. So, and then you will realize if you are, you know, compressing too much to the front, you will feel that if you go back. Hey, yeah. So change once in a while and feel how you balance your body out, if you are too much in the front or too much in the back. A few more, and then we will go on. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Okay, good. I have two more things I want to practice with you, and then we can combine them together. So one more thing about the initiating from the hip, and another thing using this bounce
to initiate the next movement. Okay, so the first one we want to practice is initiating from the hips. So we had the thing after the tsuki, initiating from here, and to emphasize this more, we will not perform a hayage in this direction, but we will turn around. So do a full turn, 180 degree, and here you really need to initiate from the back leg. So use that force to drive your jaw up, turn, and do the hayage. And for the people with knee problems, we had this last time, Michael, you remember, where we really need to close our feet and turn on the spot to not to put too much force in our knees, right? So take care of your knees. Ski, and now drive it from the back leg and turn, hayage. So from here, and then turn. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, try this. Yeah. Oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah, good. Yes, Adrian, that's it. Good, good. Yes. Okay. One more point about this initiation. For me, it feels like a connection between this part of the jaw and my hip. So after the tsuki, I really push forward like this, and therefore I initiate the turn. Sometimes it happens that the jaw is, just pulled up, and then the turn is performed. So really try to feel that connection here, this connection, and up. Yeah? I mean, you can practice this just slightly if you stay in the tsuki kamae, and then just do this, and then drive the jaw upwards. Whoa. Okay, so try it a few times to stay here and really use that motion to drive the jaw upwards. Okay? Onegaishimasu. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Hey. Ah. Whoa.
Yes. That's it, Bernie. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Keith, that's it. Okay, so one more thing about this this turn. So if you are in the Tsuki position, also involve the back hand. So there is a connection between the hip and the end of the jaw, but this connection is not stiff. So it's not that I initiate here. The connection is flexible. So let me show it from here. So I don't initiate here, but I initiate here. So you can release the back arm, but still stay in connection. So it's not only here, it's flexible. And the difference between this and that, this is the point. So have a flexible connection of the back arm, the rear arm here. So from here. Okay, a few more on Ashmas. Let's go to the last one. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yes, that's it. Michael, does it work with your knee? The turn, so? Okay, take it easy.
You say that you're doing a 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄 movement. If you do this turn, if you initiate this turn.
What do you mean 𝒂𝒄𝒄 movement? Show me. Right. Yeah, it's yeah. If you call this a 𝒂𝒄𝒄 movement, that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, it's this one. Yeah, if you turn back, it's the same thing. It's the same pattern, let's say. Yeah, I mean, you can go forward, you can go backward. Yeah? And that would be yes. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you see, it's always the same. Yeah, you always have same patterns, and that's it. Okay, good. How do I do this? Okay, let's move to the last one. Just a second. I need to spotlight myself again. Ah, no, I'm spotlighted still, right? Okay, good. Let's go to the last one. We go one step back to practice this kind of bounce to initiate the next movement. And we start again from here. Hey. Hey. Yeah, so now we use this forward bounce to hey. Initiate Gyaku Yokumen. Yeah? So from here, and you end up in this position. Okay, so do it slow. On the line, on the spot, and then we can later combine this. Okay, try this. Onegaishimasu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, good.
Okay, and for the last minutes, you can combine the turn with the second Hayage Eshi. So if you like, just combine it like this. So play around and try to keep your balance. Try to remember all the things we were practicing. Just have fun for the last minutes. Onegaishimasu. Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey! Okay, yummy. So let's bow out first. Any questions?
Actually, there is something, but it's connected to my question to Paul.
Yeah.
So when we do Haigaji 180 degrees, we cut Yokomenuchi.
Yes.
So with the Bokken, there shouldn't be much of a difference. Well, I find it uncomfortable, I have to admit. I feel like going to Shomenuchi cut when I do 180 degrees.
Yeah.
But we have to do Yokomenuchi, I know, with the Jo.
Yeah.
But with the Bokken, we always do Shomenuchi cut. So apparently it's technically not.
Yeah.
So we can do it, we don't do it. Here we do it.
The thing is, Dila, I think when you do Zengo Giri,
yeah,
you turn the other way around. So when we do the Iriwi Tenkan we did right now with the Jo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we turn in this direction. So it's direction of the Yokomenuchi, right?
So you mean the right. We end in the right.
Yes, exactly. So when we turn like this, whoa, it's easy to open the hip and perform the Yokomenuchi. But when you do Zengo Giri, you don't turn like this, right?
Yeah.
So when you do Zengo Giri, you turn on the spot, and now you see my hip turns this way, and I would have to open it this way for Yokomenuchi. I mean, I'm exaggerating, yeah, but I would have to open it to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
When you turn for the Zengo Giri,
so it's even more uncomfortable, you mean?
It's always, I mean, look at this. So when I turn, I would have to open my hip again, but that's, against the turn.
Okay.
You turn this way around and I would have to open that way again. And that's why I think it's common.
Okay.
Now when you turn and end on the right side, then it's easy to do a Yokomen. That's my...
Thank you.
And who realizes this one? The three of us. Naoko, do you see it? Koi Nobori.
So next time in Montreal.
Yes. We don't hear you. You are muted, Naoko.
We hear the baby.
Yeah, we hear the baby.
The baby's in.
Sorry, I will mute.
No, just I use a smartphone today. So is that the cup? my screen is very small. Oh, what is that?
I think it's called koi nobori.
Ah, yeah, koi, it's a carp, right?
A fish, yeah.
Yeah, carp. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, who made this?
Yeah.
Some company.
Yeah.
All right, wow. I want to. How can I get it? Can I order?
It can be online orders.
All
I
right.
think it's in every country, I suppose. Huh? It's not just.
All right. Wow, it's a very beautiful.
I'll send a link to you later.
Okay, thank you. I just wonder, Sasha, I tried to access Zoom this morning, but I can't input the cap. So I couldn't make it the fastest 15 minutes. Is
No
that
problem.
I asked Zoom company?
Okay. I don't know the company. I bought it in Antwerp in a shop. So
Okay.
Lisa can send you on the WhatsApp where you can buy it.
Okay, thank
There
you.
are different stores there selling them because I see two different